Peace and love. If anyone is with me, I am looking at what I'm showing here is I'm looking at my blue dots. My blue dots are unviewed, and definitely, if it's centimorgans that are in the hundreds, I wanna check them out. Um, this is a blue dot that already has a common ancestor listed. And so I'm just taking a quick look at that before I get into the build, the young girls build. Which okay, so when it shows you that when ancestry shows you that I lost my tabs last night. Something happened and so I'm starting over from scratch. So whatever I had up is down, but that's okay. Um, so viewing all DNA matches for my Vincent Cameron file, and I was looking at the blue dots, which are unviewed um, files. The one thing that I'm showing you is that when Ancestry shows you that common ancestor, this common ancestor, right from this page, right from the DNA, the view all DNA match page, or share match page. When you see common ancestors, that means that you have a DNA match who also has someone they are connected to in their tree that you have connected to in your tree. So with a 3-person tree, that's pretty amazing. So I'm going to look at this 3 people here. So just 3 people according to, or am I reading it wrong? Yes, just 3 people. Just rather unbelievable. But obviously, it's not that this person has August Grillier and Estella Laurent in their tree. It is that I have Adela Marie in my tree. That's what it would be. Okay, so I will show you how that looks. So you come over here and you just slide down and you can select one or the other, and it'll give you all right. So um I'm not sure if I have Marie in my tree because this person actually probably has some. I'm gonna look though, but anyway, the relationship is that Joycelyn and Adele marry. Okay, that which is probably in my tree is not in his tree. If she was in his tree, she would look like this, either pink or blue or a picture. Either pink for female, blue for a male, or a picture, not a green, which generally means suggested, that they can suggest that this is the person who should be here. So these two are cousins because Their one mother and father are brother and sister. They're siblings. Their parents are siblings of August and of Matilda Grillier. So now I am in my tree, okay? If I have clicked over here, I wonder if I'll be in my tree. Yeah, I'm still in my tree. And let's see. So I also don't have a daughter for Hoda J. I don't have one. I have his siblings, but not his children, and no hints. So I'm really surprised. I probably have him in another tree that I call a workout tree. And in the workout tree, I actually, peace and love, David. I have my other phone up today. You're just not going to bed. Okay. Hey, have a good, peaceful rest. Thanks for joining me. I'll be on for a little while. I'll work for a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and edit him really quick. This is the DNA file that I'm going to be working with. But this is not the particular line of this family. So I'm going to go ahead and add first. I'll do a search and see if I can force out a 1940 census, because maybe he's married and has that daughter. Here's a draft card. Okay, I really don't want to get distracted and go and get off of the young girl build. So I'm gonna not do that. I wonder if his name was I'm not gonna do that, but Hodge, Hodge, Hodge. Just wonder. Okay, and so right here in this suffix box, I should include. So I might as well go ahead and start my 1,000 tab marathon that I seem to be trying to do. DNA summary. I'm just waiting for view another test to pop up here. I almost just got in bed myself as I woke up, and I had enough energy to try to do a build, which I did a 30-minute build, but I forgot to share the screen. I was just not really prepared. It was because I was excited that I was getting an email from a DNA match. So I'm looking here for, I didn't change it. So if you don't change it and let's see. So if I didn't change it here, when the first active page comes up where you get to discover the story, which one day I'll give my spiel on it, but I do have a theory that each of the regions, like if you have Nigeria, then and you look at all of your matches that also say Nigeria, that most likely you all are related from a particular Indian tribe that is here in America, uh, and they're attributing that DNA to Nigeria because they think that. So they find a group of people together and they just designate them an area based on that they are matches and what they come up with as a plan, as an agenda, literally. But so I'm gonna be so yeah. Also, through lines, you can go directly to through lines, which I don't do that, but I could do that too. So I'm gonna show you a through line, but via this way. So if I didn't view another test there, that would be in the right hand corner. I could go just do it on the next screen in the left hand corner. I then am looking for the DNA for that 209 here, 209. So every time I get a DNA match that's coming through Holder J's line, I'll go and I'll try to remember to get back to him and put that there. This is both of their child. Okay, so now I have a hint for myself and for a person that looks at this tree, is working on their tree and looking, if they're using DNA as a tool, they might be looking to figure it out. They could figure it out. They could see, themselves. They say 209, oh, I match this person at that. That's me that they're referring to. And maybe if they're not answering messages, I don't send messages to everybody. Look, I got a hint for him now. I didn't have a hint for him before. So after I added the draft card, let's view the draft card, see what they say about him. View the image. These are not, these are relatives that are known. These are relatives that are known and are beautiful signature. Known names to for this family. These are not matches that I am necessarily trying to figure out. I am actually putting information for people who are looking for who have been detached and they see, somehow been detached and they're looking. Okay. Right. Here is always an interesting place. You can see, anything like, scar above eye, which I found very interesting, that my grandfather's, my mother's and fathers both had scars over their left eye or something going on with their left eye on this draft card. Just a coincidence, that was interesting. But anyway, I like to look at that, see what they say. That's probably one of the most telling. So I'm not gonna get everything, but what I would like to do is I would like to take his or her uh, Adele Marie and put her in. Let's see if they have a source for her. I don't think so. So right from here, I'll go ahead and do a search. And I already had the file up. I'm going to go and I'm going to add family, daughter. And that was Adele Marie. And Marie is one of the sisters' names. I would put that in, since it's not her first name, I'm not going to do it, but I usually will put after paternal or maternal aunt or uncle, if that's the case. So I don't, oh, actually I could have put based on his information. And so here's another family member that is saving, or a person named Shanetta Collins, who is saving Adele. Which, oh, Adele is his mother. Did I do that wrong? I did. See, I made Hoda J's daughter Adele. I need to make it the spouse. So I could change it. I could just add the spouse. I could change this relationship. So I'm going to go in here to Adele. I'm going to edit relationships. Now, because of this person, I also may have another child. Well, I have a spouse. Okay. According to this person, I have a spouse and a marriage record for Adele. So I'm going to just prepare to be saving that. Right now, I'm going back to my Adele. And I'm going to edit relationships. I'm going to take away Hoda J as a father. And I'm going to add a spouse. Select someone from my tree is already up. And I'm going to go Hoda J. And say, all done. So when I put the 209, I gave it to Hoda J and his mother. See? And now I'm going to give it to August too. Edit. Quick edit. So I'm doing this differently for him. I'm going to go 209, comma, because it's going to be more. And I won't do it for everyone, but I'll just like put them behind his name, like in order. I just can't seem to do enough note taking. And then I keep wishing that I saved the date that I entered something, but can't even think of when. So, okay, so now this is where I am. Let me see. Oh, Hoda J doesn't have the sister who's Marie it's Matilda who named one of her daughters Marie. So maybe her daughter Marie is named after proteges. I hope don't nobody come up telling me, Ooga Ooga Chief, peace and love to you. Salute. Salute to the landlords. I have to tell you, so, I found myself playing your streams. Sometimes I catch up on your streams on while I'm working on my live stream. So, I should have asked you permission for that probably before I done that, and so I apologize for that. But if that's not okay with you, please let me know, because I did do that more than once. So I want to thank you for the work that you put in, because I'm getting educated. A lot of people don't like to admit that they just don't know politics. And that is probably on purpose. I know I could have taken a class called political science. I probably didn't pay attention in school or something, but I've never been clear on politics, and it's sort of shameful. So one of the things that I'm doing right here is I'm going in, and her last name, Adele Marie, now that I realize she's not his daughter, I'm going in to take out, and I don't know her last name, but I can look over here and see if this person, and they haven't. But maybe she married twice. Let's see here. You know what, Chief Nedger, if you up to it, maybe you'd be willing to um, join me and on my live right now, and I'll cut this tongue drum, and you can let me ask you questions while I work about politics. I'm just gonna put it all on the line. I'm really not too savvy at all with the politics. And you might be getting ready to go live yourself. I know you do early morning builds, and I really am not gonna build here for too long. So Hodajay did marry someone else, and it does appear, well, I have a little confusion going on here, and that is that we have Adele Grelier, who here, according to this, died in 1988. Don't have a birth year. And here's Adele, who died in 1986. And it is saying that she is the daughter of Hodajay. So is there two? Is this one named for her mother? Chief Nedger might just be coming through too. Might not be really able to hang out. But you know what? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put the link in the chat if they'll let me, just in case. Okay. All right. There's the link, just in case you're willing to have time that you can come up. So what I'm doing right quick, I call myself doing it right quick, is I'm figuring if, in fact, so if I view her, so the way this appears, if I view Adele in this tree, she will be the daughter of Hodege and Adele Grenier. And she will have siblings, which they have a Hodege named after his father too. So I do believe that I did not have to go through the trouble over here of changing her father, because there are two. Whether the middle name is Mary or not is the question. So this one is the mother. And I'm going to take this because I can change it later. I'm going to take this that she passed in 88 and I'm going to keep that. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to add the daughter. Okay, so add daughter. It's lowercase Adele. Verbals. I was messing that name up. Verbals. Then I'll just go get this record. And save it. I know that it's the lowercase Adele. Oh, I had already saved it to. Oh, oh, that's too loud. That's too loud. So like I was saying, I have other trees that are workout trees. So this is a workout tree. It's a private tree. So let me just go see how much I have. It's a lot of information. So I did have that. Okay. So I even have that he was a junior and that they have a son. So, I had some information. So a lot of my workout trees, I have not transferred to my factual tree, my factual and public tree, and I still need to do that. Um, so this is another private tree. I don't see that I have her parents though. So I probably have her alone in this tree and probably started working her out of the tree for the DNA match that I'm looking at right now. So if I view her in the tree, she'll be just her and her husband. And let's see. And a little bit of his family. Okay. This is his family. So I was probably trying to figure out the connection back then. Haven't, not as quick with it as I am now. Let's see. Let me just come back quick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that open because I'm gonna use that tab. But right. So Emil Joseph Anthony. I know that he's a junior, so I'm just started off. Okay. And I'm gonna put edit, quick edit, and in the suffix box, I'm just gonna say C in Cameron tree. So if I want to ever refer back, I can see what information I also have there. So that's it. That's it. I'm just gonna be done with that right now, and then I'm going to. So I do want to show one thing, and then we go into the young girl build, and that is the through lines. So if 10 people have trees and they also match you in DNA, you and they have trees with enough information in it, you will be able to. So what it is that I don't have her in my tree, and they're trying. Ancestry is looking at my tree. So Ancestry shows you your tree, what you have in your tree, and what they might have in their tree that they Ancestry is suggesting is gonna show you why you're probably matching in DNA. It's because, well, he has Adele Mary Grillier in his tree. You don't, but we have a record that shows that Holder J. Grillier is the father of a Mary, Adele Marie or Mary Grillier, and they'll show you how you match. And if you do view the through lines, that's other people who are also matching. And so I don't see. Okay, so we have here the granddaughter. Okay, so it's showing you what other DNA files are also DNA matches with this. So it's like looking at shared matches, but this time showing you in the tree how you match. Now, the one thing that I wish and would love to see. So now we go into the young girl build. So the young girl build, we're gonna start with DNA. Going back. So it stands to reason that looking at the DNA matches, looking at the match that we just looked at, and doing shared matches, that this person on down, all these people down to here, and they will not go past, I think, 20 centimorgans. So there are other people who are matching that you won't see because they have a lower amount of centimorgans. But that all of these people that are shared matches with both the DNA file that I have and the DNA file that we were just looking at, the shared matches, this is their shared matches, that all of these people are likely related because of that couple. So you have a Grillier here. So if they have a tree, I think it might have to be a public tree. So she only has two people in her trees, and it's unlinked. She's not linked to the tree. I think you have to be linked to the tree. This person has a tree, 6 people in it. Let's see. Mildred Grillier. And if you look at Mildred Grillier, she is likely the sister of Matilda. She doesn't have any sources. So if she had linked herself to this tree and had sources, you would see that this Mildred is likely the sister of Matilda. Okay, I got one of my grands with me. And she sleep in a twin size bed, but when she in my bed, she need a king size bed. What's going on with that? All right. So I only got 3 tabs open. I don't know why. 4. I don't know why it's so hard for it to catch up. So here we are. So there's a person, King and Turner family tree, who is also saving Mildred. And he says that her father is August and her mother is Estella. See? And what I meant to do is from the other tree, I meant to do a DNA check. So I'm going to do it here for Gwen, who is saving Mildred. That's her tree. This is her tree. And she may not have taken a test, but if she does have a test and she's related to those people and they're not like an extension of her tree, she'll probably match. Okay, so no match. So in the case, let's just say I go into her tree. Before I clicked on the name under the tree that said King and Turner under the person's name. I clicked on that first and I end up at her file. I think that's what I did. And I'm gonna go into her tree, view in tree. Once you view in tree, I go here and I go to home person, and I see if she says if she makes herself the home person in this tree. Then I just might start putting people, in the note box. So, are we waiting? Yeah, we're still waiting. So the home person in her tree is here, this person here, right here. And is the daughter of a king, daughter of James King and Bertha Turner. And James King and Watson. So we're in 1902, so it shouldn't be much further up than that. So if the relationship is not direct, I won't worry. So what about Bertha Turner? So I'm following this line. That's Bertha's line. That's Bertha's umbilical cord. Lots of pictures. And she has a long way. I passed it when it must have stopped. here, here. So she would be the daughter of Lyndon and Susan Jones. So how they are in her tree, at some point I do like to figure it out. You can see a lot of other relationships in the community. That's what's important about figuring something like that out. Okay. So okay, I'm going to go ahead, and so if she had been uh, uh, directly related due to August, I would have put in the box maybe her name in parentheses. Okay. View another test, and then I'm gonna go back. View all DNA matches. I think I went and dealt with what the point was that I was looking at, showing the shared matches. But at any rate, I'm going on to the young girl build. So Nikema Stewart Hudson will take me there. So in Naima's tree, we're looking at Tates that wind up in the same area. David Tate here, he's in Big Lee Valley, Noxubee, Mississippi at the same time as my files, my DNA files father is. So he was born, his mother was born. So his mother, at the same time, his grandmother was in Big Lee Valley. And I did a tryout to find Carolyn as a Jeffrey. And the only people that I found saving her as a Jeffrey didn't have any kind of legitimacy to that she's a Jeffrey. There was nothing that added up to her being a Jeffrey based on the sources. And so I think that she's a Bush because of that. So Nakima does not have a parent for her. Maybe she married a Jeffries. Maybe she married a Jeffries after she was a Tate. I don't know. But um, if I search for her, if I search for Carolyn Jeffries here, I'll come up with Carolyn Tate because there are enough people saving her. Jeff Tate, yeah, but not a Carolyn Jeffries. Okay, till I get here, which is a private. And because it's a private person, I won't see the photo, but what I can do is I can select the member. And you could just at least check and see. Okay. Either this person is not a DNA match or has not taken a DNA test. So she may or may not have. But anyway, it's an opportunity to verify your connection to the person, if in fact there's someone. So there is this Carolyn Tate who has a son, it appears a son, William Tate, and undoubtedly this is going to be a brother of Roland. Oh, in 1870, it didn't have relationships. Okay. So maybe she is Carolyn Jeffries. Sometimes I do work it out. Oh, wait, let's see again. They had a suggested file for her. Sometimes I do work out who is the other Carolyn Tate in the environment, just to show that Carolyn Jeffries is a different Carolyn. So this is my Carolyn. I have that saved also. This is probably my Carolyn. Let's see. Yeah. And this is Carolyn when they were in Big Lee Valley. She's with David. So if enough people save a thing, then Ancestry will suggest it to you. But that's just my Carolyn in 1900. And here's another Carolyn. I'm sorry, that was so here's my Carolyn in 1930. Here's another Carolyn in 1930. So I know that Amity is in the same environment based on, that actually says Carlene, based on the fact that my DNA match file leads him to Amity, or I want to say Amity, but I think it's Amite. His father's family is in the Amite area. And I did work out that those people that were in the Amite area on his father's on his paternal side, that they were in Sunflower, Inverness, where his father was born. So I did work that out. Let me see. Chief Nedger, you around? Can you let me know if you could join me up here? I should check to see if he's doing a build. Okay, so I'm looking for the other Carolyn. Who is the Carolyn that's a Carolyn Jeffries? Because there's no results here except a private member's tree. Anyway, I don't see anything here. Now here we have a Carolyn Jeffries. But no, not on the first page of this. So I'm going to go out. And now we're going to start from the young girls. How do we get to the young girls? Let's do a share match on Nakima. Nakima. And let's see. I'm definitely looking for trees. Okay. First thing I'm looking for is trees. So I know I don't know if I can get to the young girls with Abigail or Perry, but I'm going to just go down, and I know that I can get there from this tree because I did already before. Okay. And then let's see, is it any other tree? I can get there from this tree. This one. I can get there from this tree. I can get there from this tree. I can get there from this tree. I really wonder if Monica Young, I think I tried to work it out and I couldn't get anywhere. It just wasn't enough information to build on her. And that might be all of the trees I can get there on that I know of. Maybe somewhere there. So I'm going to go with Rosalind's tree. And so my first young sister here is Maggie. Maggie Young. And I'm not going to go over this build in a way that I'm trying to repeat everything that I did priorly. But this is my first sister, Young, who Rosalind is a descendant of and also a DNA match. Okay. And then Robert Young, Emma Boyd. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to do a share match for Rosalind, as a matter of fact. So all of the people that Rosalind and my DNA file, Cameron, are matching, they both matched. Both of these files match all of these files. Okay. So Monica Young is matching both of them. Just because Monica matched Nikema, which was the first one that I did a share match on, didn't mean she had to be matching Rosalind, but she does. She matches Rosalind. So we have the Simpsons. This is a Simpson. This is a Simpson. They have the same tree information, but I couldn't figure out more. So both of them are the son of John Simpson. So who is the son of John Simpson, son of John Simpson? So both of them are. And so this is of like 1, 2, 3, 4 generations of John Simpsons. Okay. And his mother is Minnie Very, as well as Sleepy is the son of John Simpson. He could be the father, but he's not, because his mother is also Minnie Very. So they're brothers, at least, according to the link that they've created for themselves in the trees. So those are brothers. No trees, so I can't figure these out. No trees, I can't figure that out. This person has a tree. I remember looking at it. This person has a tree, but this person actually has a young in his tree. And let's see. So he has Maddie Young in his tree. So let's click on Maddie Young, who also is the daughter of Robert Young and Emma, except that he has Brooks. So here's Maddie and here's Maggie. Okay. Let's let's do this. Tools, viewing tree, so you can see the relationship. So we got Maddie and Mattie, sisters, meaning that both of those DNA files, I'm trying to get them both on the screen at the same time, but it's no way. They too far apart. Okay. But those sisters, this is their father and mother. So in a prior bill, I determined that Boyd is correct and that Brooks is not correct. And that this Ransom and Lucy are not the parents of Emma. I wish I could tell you which bill that was. It may have been, what is this one called? Today is called what? Today's bill is 8. So it might be in 7 or 6. I'm pretty sure it's in 7 or 6. So I did the work to ensure what's going on here. That in fact Emma was a boy and not a Brooks. So let's start there. Okay. So those are the young girls. So now I'm going to I'm just delete. And I'll just go right in this tree. And I'm gonna find Emma. So Cardin has Emma Boyd in his tree also, or in a separate tree. I did find that. So he's working on that, but he hasn't changed it yet. So Emma / Young should bring her up. You see? I haven't even changed it yet. She's not a Brooks. Or maybe I'd have it on this side of him. I think what I did is I kept Brooks and added Boyd. So I am going to change this by, so right now, the children are all linked to Emma Brooks. But now I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the relationship. I'm going to go into Emma profile. Let's see. They're going to have the same hints. I'm going to go ahead and show it. So this Emma, here she is. Boyd, here's her marriage certificate, marriage information. So we found a lot of information, and they are in Perry, Alabama. Plenty of information that suggests that she's a Boyd and not a Brooks. So in 1870, Emma Brooks is here. This is where she is in the household with Ransom in 1870. But she already has Richard before 1870. So he should at least be in the home with them, and he's not. And that doesn't mean anything. He could be not in the home because he's not being enumerated, you know. That's all. But I did find her in 1870, I believe. So let's go back. Let's go through Robert. No, I don't take Lucy Brooks, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go to Robert, and I'm going to go to Emma Boyd. Let's see what we got for Emma Boyd. What hints do we have for you? It's probably the same records for marriage, of course. Okay, so it's the same message, the same thing for records. And then it is the other census report for 1900. So look. So look, there are two Emmas. Emma Young here and Emma Young here. So, you know, it could be. And both of them are in Perry, Alabama. Oh, this could be a daughter of Emma. Because this one is born in 1866. But she's in Scott. So this actually is a Emma that is 20 years younger. So the same marriage records. And then they suggest Emma Brooks too. For Emma Boyd when I have her as Emma Boyd. So either Emma Brooks married a Boyd first, which wouldn't make any sense except that it would mean that her son Richard might be a Boyd because honestly, she did not have children again until more than 10 years later. So, you know, when I think of it that way, I do think that it's a possibility that she could have been a Boyd before she was a Brooks. Okay, so considering that and considering the fact that I think it is 1880 or 1900, it's 1880. I found Emma and Richard in a home based on another tree, I believe. I think I first saw it in another tree. Well, that means I've been on a while because that means I've been on a while because the music stopped. Dang. So anyway, they were in a home where she was maybe a cook, I think. But anyway, so I was looking for Robert. Well, he got to be close by, probably, right? So I did find Robert, and when I found him, he was near some brooks in 1880. See, here he is. I think this is Robert, all by himself, which makes sense if he is. So look, he's right next door to the brooks. And this looks like Junior. Oh, they say Joe Brooks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work out these Brooks and see who are they. I might have started already, but I don't know. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna view the record. I'm gonna view others on the page, and then I'm gonna go and look. They're the varies. Wait a minute, where did I see Vary at? Vary. I saw the last name Vary. Vary. You know where I saw it? I saw the last name Vary right here. See? And they don't have a census source for her. But they have that she married John Simpson. Let's see other ancestry memory trees. So you see how I'm using this as a tool, trying to just put together as much as I can. So this is his own tree that he got as a source. He's using his own tree as a source. They funny. So so I am almost like surely thinking that that very family, that this mini is, here's a social security application for her. I'm willing to bet she's gonna connect to this very family that's with the Brooks. See how they are right here? So I'm not only gonna save the Brooks family and start working on their tree. So I'm connecting myself to Joe Brooks right here. So I don't like every tongue drum. I just find tongue drums good for meditation.
So I'm Melanie, and I started to use the electromagnetic energy I think it's been about 3 months now, 3 or 4.
Magnetic energy. Oh no. No, anybody want to join me on the panel? Let me know. The link is there, but if you put something in the chat, I'll know because I'm looking at. I can't see the screen, so let me just come over there and see if anybody is interested. Okay. If anybody wants, let me know. Okay, I got a snore. So, okay, so here we are. Okay. We got Joe Brooks. And Joe Brooks, neighbor of Robert Young, he's the same age. So I want to imagine that he might be the brother of Emma. So Boyd, she's a Young in the house. She's already married to Robert, I believe, because she's a Young in the house. Richard has the last name Young in the house that she's working in. So I've been using my public tree to work out stuff because I'm hoping that it attracts the attention of others who are like gonna say, "Hey, you saving my relatives, and you got this wrong," or what's going on right there. Something. Let's talk about it. Like, let's try to figure this out. Let's put this together. But I hate that we have to put it together on this venue. I wish that we could take our matches and then put the trees together on our own venue. That would be flat. That would be flat. So I have to save him to add this to a new person. Okay. And then in my suffix box, I'm going to say, is this the brother of Emma Boyd or Brooks? And to know exactly which Emma I'm talking about, I'm going to put /Young, because that's telling me that she either married or had children with a young. So, okay. So that when I run into him, or if somebody runs into him, because Ancestry will show you that I'm saving this tree because I'm saving it publicly. First of all, that's the main thing. They're going to show you other people who are saving this person as a hint. And then someone could come and tell me, come talk to me. It's public information, and that is my point. You got people out here saving other people's people, putting them in the tree all wrong. You better think about it. Like, it's your people. This was taken from us. As far as I'm concerned, this information, we were far from it until now. We couldn't, recent times, that is, we couldn't just get on here and look at these records. You have to travel, and who could afford that? Who could afford to travel like that? I can't afford to travel like that right now. So anyway, I'm reclaiming these people, and I'm trying to reclaim as many as I can, truthfully. Okay. So they might be in my tree, but it'll be the truth about them in my tree. I won't attach them to someone in my tree until I know the truth about them. Right now, he's just in my tree, just by himself. I'm gonna go attach his family that he's with right now, but he's just in here. But I'm not attaching him to anyone, and just making it work, making the relationship work without cause. Okay. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get his family. Because the more information I save about him, the more hints Ancestry will add. They already added a so I might have another Joe Brooks in my tree, someone in my tree. But because I put in, is this the brother, etc., I'll be able to find him like that if there's no other Joe, if there's another Joe Brooks. He's the only one. Well, I hope that the tongue drum music is not a disturbance out there to anyone. I would like to I think I would like to have a variety of things playing in the background. Okay, so is he naming his daughter Emma Brooks after his sister? I don't know. I'll change it if I'll reflect that if it is the case. All right, so now what's the hint? 1870 in Brewersville. Now, I was in Brewersville I lost my tab, so I can't remember, but I know I was in Brewersville just the other day. So I'll just look up and down and see. Why was I in Brewersville? So I would leave two names, but I believe it's Connie. Now I do make some calls. I do like like that. Like somebody say, well, actually it was Connie. You know, then I would be inclined to change that. But until till then, uh, I'm not. I'm just not being. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or abusive with other people's tree information because right now this is not my tree information until I prove that it is. Until I prove that this is my Emma's um, connection. So the thing that I wanted to see was Brewersville, Sumter. Oh, I'm around Ty's people, I think. I think that was when I was in, yeah, I know I was in Sumter. Hmm. Yeah, I remember Brewersville. I'm pretty sure it was. So I'm just looking up and down really quick to see if there were other Brooks. He's already married, but he's 22. It's a little bit. It's quite a bit difficult actually to get an 1860 census. I know one day I'm gonna have to do some footwork. I want to. I just want to have as much information as I can before I start doing footwork. Cause my foot hurt. My ankle hurts. I have a issue with my ankle. A lot of leaves. All right. So eventually, hopefully, I'll find some more sources for Joe. Because I'm hoping that Joe could have tied me in, but not when I think about, when I think about that, it could be a little difficult to get back past 1870. So hopefully I'll get if I could get Joe to tie into Ransom, then I would be more inclined to take the Brooks, right? So let's see. Connie, what do you have any hints? Do a search on her. You never know when you're gonna find a grandparent in the house with someone. So this is 1920. That is a Connie. Connie probably got married. This might be Connie who married a Hintz. I'm not going to go extremely deep. There. I'm not going to go too deep right there. Just was hoping. So now I'm going to go back to Emma Boy in Rosalind's tree. And I'm going to see. Oh, she didn't. Okay. I'm going to do a search for her from here. She does not have any sources. So here we have Grace Gray. So what I'm looking for is if Grace Gray has Joe for a sibling of Emma's. I don't see a Joe, but what I do see that is a good look is she has a brother named Richard. That Emma has a brother named Richard. But there are two 1900. She's taking both. She's taking the Emma Young that's in Scott, who is widowed and has 6 children, including a Maggie, which Emma does have a Maggie. She's taking both that and she's taking the 1900 where Emma is 54 in the house with Robert and Maggie and Maddie. Now, I know this is correct based on the DNA matches. Trees, they match each other. They match, one is Maddie's line, one is Maggie's line, and we match them both. So I know this one, excuse me, is this one is true. The other one would have to be another Emma. When you take that source, it can kind of confuse things. So this Emma Brooks has a brother named Ranson also. And Carden, he's doing that too. See, Louisa and Eddie and Melinda and Joseph, that's the other one. That cannot be the same one. I think they have a huge age difference. The children cannot be being born at the same time in another house like that. But Clarence, which is a DNA match, he has Boyd. But he has a Lavinia. Let me see who is the Linvania. Linvania. I haven't seen this one before. Why would she have been born in Arlington in between these two? Because Maggie and Maddie are born in Perry County. They're in Perry County the whole time. The Richard, 1869, he's in Perry County. It's unlikely. Okay, he doesn't have that. Richard was in Perry County, but it's unlikely that a Lavinia. Why is he doesn't have anything else attached to Lavinia? Why would he do that? Where is he getting that from? That's kind of that's strange. Could Lavinia be a wife or something? I don't know. That's strange. So I look like I'm at a standstill here again. But what I did want to do, so what I was really going for was was to check out Ranson again. So Ranson in 1870. And where is he in reference to? Okay, so he's in a whole nother place. So view image. So he's in a whole nother place. Joe is, but they are around some Perrys. Some Perrys. See that? So page 11 of 24. That she has a brother. So Jane, Joseph, and Nancy here. Joseph and Nancy here, 71 to 75 years old. They would probably be Ranson's uh, mother and father. And then here, see here, this is a 52-year-old also. He is probably Ranson's brother. So here in this case now, okay, so I'm going back to Connie Books. I definitely think that this is peace and love time. Look, I got my other phone on so I could see the chat and work. But Ty, I think that that we were in Sumter, Alabama, Brewersville, for your family, weren't we? Because now I'm in Brewersville for my file that I'm looking at, my DNA file that I'm looking at, trying to make a connection to this Joe Brooks that I'm finding in 1880. Anyway, so here, let me see. He says that his father was from Virginia and his mother was from South Carolina, right? So let's see if Ranson says he was from Virginia. He's from Ditto. Ditto is Alabama. But look who is from Virginia and North Carolina. Joseph and Nancy are. So Joseph is from Virginia. Yeah, Joseph is from Virginia. Nancy is from North Carolina. And Joseph from Virginia, Nancy from North Carolina. So, you know, maybe Joe might be a brother. When I see South Carolina and North Carolina, I think, maybe, I see it mixed up. So I see sometimes South Carolina and North Carolina change back and forth for the same person. So Joe could be the brother. And not to mention that in the 1870 house, first of all, if this is his father, his name is also Joe. And then, this brother probably would be brother. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out on limb. I am going to add father. I'm going to put here Joseph. And in the suffix box, I'm going to put try researching possible father of Joe. Say. And I'm going to put mother Nancy. Okay. And then I'm going to give him a brother named Ransom and Bob. And then I'm going to go to this 1870 record. Let me see something. Did I look for more books over here? Perry. So now I'm moving out and on a hunch right here. I don't like that word. Wish I could figure out another one. What would I call it? Intuition. And so I'm going to view the record so that it's savable. And I'm actually going to go to Joseph. Save him to someone in my tree. I always got to remember to make sure that the tree is right, that's for sure. And I have to tell y'all that more than likely, after a little while, I'm doing this, and for the purpose of learning, sharing, building, but ancestry is a very personal, doing genealogy is very personable, and I don't know if I'm going to leave everything up publicly for a very long time, because it is people's personal information that's also here. I would join you, but I'm at work, in and out of my truck. Okay, Ty. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, so I got that. Now I'll go back and get some more people. Now I'm go back and get. You see how you gotta save the people individually? Joseph individually. Nancy, you gotta get each individual person. Save her. I would be thinking that Joseph would be a son because 52 years old, but don't have to be a son, you know. That he's in Brewersville, I need to definitely look at a map. Like I need to stop myself. Like it's like people who buy something and then don't want to look at the instructions to put it together. Like just look at the instructions, see where on the map Brewersville is from these places. Just familiarize, and eventually I will do it today. I will do it today. So where am I? Okay. So now he got a mother and a father. He got at least Ranson as a brother and Bob as a brother, but he does not have Ranson and Bob with a source. So now go back and get Ranson back twice. Now save Ranson to yourself. Now this gives me the opportunity to just work on the Brooks totally separate and see if Emma slides in there. That's what it does. And why is it that Emma don't have an age right here and George don't have an age? Like I said, that Richard right here is, you know what? That could be Richard, her son. Because remember, there are no relationships. Uh, You know what? That's why I said it's interesting that she would have had a child in the house, right? So I'm looking back over here, but I know I'm not going to see a relationship, but there's a Richard and a George. That are under the age, that are in the age of, like. All right. That could be Richard. That could be the Richard. That is her son, not her brother. Because that was my whole thing. I was like, but if she was, she would have had Richard already. And why wouldn't he be in the house? And that is a Richard in the house. That could be Emma. So now I'm thinking that Emma, what if she's a Brooks? She was a Brooks that married a Boyd and then married a Young, which I said already. I know I'm saying it's like a brand new revelation, but which I did say, but that's why you have a big gap in time before she has Maddie and Maggie. That's right. That's right. So what I'm doing here is I'm saving Ransom to himself, being the brother of Joe, not the father, not the father of Emma, but the brother of Joe. And I will just simply merge Emma with herself once I'm totally convinced. And I am definitely getting there. I'm getting there. See, they didn't bring any of the children down with him and Lucy. They brought Lucy down, but they didn't bring the children down. Meaning they didn't say have them selectable. Okay. And probably because they have um, Bob in between. See, Bob, if you actually look at it, Bob is in between. What is he between? So Bob is. Right, it goes Ransom, Lucy, and then Bob, and then their children. Well, I think that's their children. You just don't know. 1870, they didn't have time to add mother, father, or whatever. So now Bob, I'm adding this source to Bob. Brooks. Now we should have some hits. I saw a suggested record for Ransom too. So I'm gonna just add this and then I'm gonna go back for that. Going back to Ransom because I remember that I saw suggested records for him over here, right? So I have a census, IRS tax list, Ransom A and Ransom B. He's in New York in 1863. Could be. Right. Oh, I selected Nancy by accident. So what is this? Alabama State Census, County Perry. Let's look at that. This is the colored population. Okay, let's see. What's that all about? This is what year? 66? Okay. Let's see what this look like. I think it's just going to say it look like, okay, so the names are there's, so the Perrys and the Brooks kind of run together. I noticed the Perrys are always close by the Brooks. Johnson, Scott. I'm looking for Youngs and other names. My Perry. Okay. All right. So is that Ransom? Let's see. Anything else to help us? It says under 10 years. He would have been under 10 years in 1866. He would have, oh, or this would have been people in the house. Males under 10. Uh, Males 40 to 50. What's this? Total males. Two total males, what, in the house? One female. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I got distracted. All right. So okay. 1825. What is this number for? Anyway, we know this is supposed to be 1866, and this is the number of people. I guess that was the number of people in the house, and this says 1871. So what I'm thinking is, this is they count. So by the time they got to the top of this sheet, they had 1,825 people, and then they added, like say that's 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, basically 20. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's what they're doing. They enumerating the people they call colored people. And this is Perry. Return of the census, 1866 census. So, how often were they doing the census then? That's the first time I saw it. I'm gonna save this to Ransom. Someone in your tree. So I think he would be. I mean, I can't see where it would hurt. I mean, he's in Perry, Alabama, as far as I could tell. So I now have two hints. Let's see what they are. So you see, now all of a sudden, I got 8 trees with Ransom in it. I didn't see that before. I don't remember seeing it before. So if this is when I like want to see like if the Brooks are related, then possibly we could get a match off of one of them. Other than Carden. So let's see if anybody got a match. Oh, not you, Candace. Sorry. Oh, I gotta call my cousin Candace. Okay. So where is he? There. No. Now somebody is gonna say, "There's no way in the world that I would do this. This is just it takes too long. It's too much work, and probably some other reasons. But this is my method, and it's what has worked for me to put together. All right. I skipped Carden because I know he's a DNA match. I'm looking for more matches saving Brooks, like to get this Brooks. All right, I'm not getting too far on the young. I tried Grace before already. And see, I say Carden must have 2 trees because let me tell you why. Because here's Carden, he has Ransom right here. And here's Carden with Ransom here. Oh, well, the good thing is, like I said, Joseph is the father and Nancy is the mother. Let's try a real breed, and then that'll be all of the people saving Ransom anyway. Oh, Ave, don't touch my ankle. Okay. All right. So no, that's okay. I don't mean. So they say Ransom Cyrus. 2 people agree that. So I want to just look at only 2 sources. I wanted to look at this tree because she got a lot more names, and see what direction. Like maybe she have Joe. She got siblings. Oh, just Bob. Okay, this person thinks like I am thinking. Bob was in the house. He's probably a brother. So this person went a little further on Fanny and Willie and Emma. Let's see what they got. They got a death date for Emma. They got this is person also have Emma twice in 1900. It's no, she can't be 33 and 53 with different children. Come on, guys. Look, can't do that. Like it upsets it upsets the system. Like I don't think that works. Somebody is saving, maybe that's Emma the I thought I saw a younger Emma somewhere in somebody's house, but oh, maybe that's Joe's Emma. Maybe that's Joe's Emma. Maybe they. So I still can't connect Emma in a way because I kind of can connect Emma because I see, but where is Ransom in reference to Robert Young? Because Robert Young is closer to where Emma is. So, well, that was your phone that went down. So yeah, this could be Richard Young. I had it. I charged it up for you. Yeah, I charged it. It's on. It just fell down there. No, you can't get it. It's off the. It's off the charger. Oh, it was on your charger. No, you had it off your charger. Please watch my ankle, please. Whatever you do, don't hurt your grandma. 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 That's what we don't look suspicious. Okay. And so I don't see. So this is Ransom. Lucy. She's saying this is Ransom. So what happened to Ransom Jr.? What happened to him? Let's search for him. The Ransom born 1850. Well, this is interesting because here's an 1870-year-old Ransom. You gonna hurt your head, girl. So let's see. Michigan. This brings up a 1850 in Arkansas. Father is Joseph. Let's look at that. Let's see if they say that his father was born in Virginia. Now, usually this column that should say white, black, or mulatto, usually there's nothing in that column unless it's black or mulatto. But what I felt is that it looks like something has been erased from this column, but that could be writing from the back of the sheet or something. I don't know. And I'm trying not to be such a conspiracy theorist. But there's another Joseph Jr. He's 23 in 1850. Could that be our Joseph? So by 1860, he would have been 30, and he say he's 34. So by 1870, which is when we don't find him till 1880, and he's 34. No, so that don't match up. So that might not be Joseph. Might not be the son of Ransom. All right. So where are y'all? They not highlighted? Yeah, here they are. Joseph. Senior. Well, we know that's his son down there. So, you know, unless that J. Joseph is 54 and not 34 or something, but you never know. And they in Arkansas, and it says birthplace Arkansas. So that's another Ransom Brooks. So I'm about ready to give up today's search. Oh, let's see. Anybody saying something? Yeah, Ty, they were in Brewsterville, Alabama. The Joe that I found his Robert Young next to, but I don't know how he's related to the Brooks. Um, I'm gonna get back to that. I'm just gonna exit this. I need to close myself from that. So there were varies above the Brooks in that case. So what I want to do is I'm gonna get back to that. Let me do the Alabama marriage. Okay, it won't say much, but I'm gonna just save this. Someone in my tree. Right, question everything, right? Everything. It's a long, tedious process. Oh, okay. I gotta add her to it. So she's a very that married a Simpson, who are DNA matches. And I'm gonna put here note: is she connected to very to surname very in when I see them in 1880, yeah, it would have to be 1880. In 1880 census with Brooks and Young for neighbors. This box is just so fantastic. Look, I mean, eventually you won't see everything you type in it, but you can put quite a bit in that box. All right, so that's many. A marriage certificate or whatever that I think that was marriage. It won't give you a gender. You gotta go back for the gender, and the gender won't cross over on the source where you get a gender. Either you, this is the only way to change the gender. Y'all excuse me for yawning so much. I just that's why people have to go to the office. So, all right. So I know I'm not as concerned for some reason. I'll tell you the reason about the Simpson part right now. I'm really concerned with trying to find her family because I think that this is why the Simpson brothers are matching. So look, here's a social security application, but that's for her son. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this. And I remember seeing that Jay, this was for Henry. But I also remember that by the time this John gets here, he is definitely the third. I'm gonna put in parentheses, third or fourth, because he is definitely, according to his people saving him, one of a line of Johns. John Berry's. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ty. That if there and Bruce, we keep coming across the same places for you and this family regarding environments. So I would not be surprised if you all have some connection. Because remember Erica Thompson saving. So now maybe this will help me get some hints on Minnie and who her parents were. Hmm. Yazoo is not far off. Let me just look at this Yazoo, 1920. No, she only 2 years old. Okay, so guess what? I'm going to go right here. See her name is Louise. She was born in 24. I'm gonna do a search from there because they did not have a census for her. And the reason I think they don't have a census for her might have something to do with that that she's in Bessemer, but they have a birth for her in Bessemer. Let's do the find a grave. See, she may have been buried in Bessemer, but maybe she wasn't born there. So I'm gonna save this to her. Uh-oh. Change the tree. And I'm already looking like right up here. There's 1940 that they trying to suggest another Social Security death. Oh, Ty, I'm so happy to see you saying that. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna come and put that up on the screen. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to hear. So, okay, so I was at her find a grave and I was saving it to her. What time is it? I'm supposed to go out, but later. Okay, I'm not really doing too bad. I mean, 2 hours. I gotta go out at about 9 or 10 o'clock. It's a flexible appointment. So Minnie Louise. I'm gonna go ahead and put Louise Simpson. Very. I am going to put. Let's see. Oh, 8 family trees. Okay, so we got the brothers, right? And then now we got 6 more family trees. So here are the brothers, John. But then here's Rebecca. She's got 3 sources. She is not saying Bessemer. She's saying Alabama. Hussein. Those people are. Um, so no real. Most people only have. But this one, this John, he has 4 sources. I didn't remember seeing 4 sources. So what does he have? Oh, ancestry, member trees. We're gonna have to follow Walter. Walter, are you on the census report? He might have been born in Bessemer. Let's see. No, I don't think that's him. I'm not gonna spend too much time. Um, that's the only child they have. Let me see something. According to other people's trees, there should be other children, but maybe because they were born after, yeah, like birth of May. Look at that, Ty. Ty, you see that? See, birth of May. She married an Amerson. So yeah, there's some rubbing elbows or something going on because we starting to see the name Amerson, and that's in John Simpson's tree. I have tendonitis in my ankle, and it's probably from doing the. I actually have an option to do work where I sit and I can key, or I can actually do the physical part of work, which means like pulling and pushing with hand jacks. And I prefer the physical part because it's sort of like, getting exercise in while you're working opposed to just like sitting. And so I just think I did too much, honestly. So I do go to a podiatrist who is trying to just keep me off of it, doing that kind of work. So am I didn't yesterday though. Yesterday I just couldn't take it and I needed to move around. And so I worked, and that's why I'm complaining. You don't hear me complaining that much about it because, well, most of the time, well, I don't know actually. I might be saying something about it on some of those streams, but most of the time when I'm doing genealogy, I have it up elevated. So, but I don't want a shot in it, and I don't want a surgery if I can help it. If it's all it take is for me to let it get out of uh, the acute stages of this tendonitis, then I have to just have some discipline and get out of it. Like, just like every time it feels better, I want to get up and do too much, and that's the pattern. So okay, so we are actually seeing with this particular match, we are actually seeing Amerson's in his tree with Bertha May. So that's interesting, and would love to see that worked out. So because he doesn't have enough here about her to, to do anything. So the only way I could really try to figure her out is to add her. So right here, I'm going to go and I'm going to add her as a daughter. I'm going to spell it the way you spell it because I don't think probably many people did not. And then didn't he have a date of birth? But no, he didn't have anything else. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna follow her brother was born in 1940, and I'm just gonna give her 1945, and I'm gonna have her born in Sumter. I'm not. Well, I'll go ahead and put Brewersville. I mean, sometimes you just gotta put stuff, in that's as close as you can get to what you think is reality, and then just correct it later. Now I might get, I'm gonna add a spouse, and I'm gonna put like husband of Bertha, um, Simpson, and then his name is Amerson. So and see if anything, see if any kind of hints might come up. Like this will at least have ancestry looking for her in the area of her parents. So here we go. Bertha. Maybe they got names of husband and wife on this. That might be her though. It definitely is bringing on some public records. Boonville, Mississippi. Yeah, because my granddaughter, she stayed over with me, one of them, and my grandson. And although she has a twin bed, when she is in my bed, you would not think she sleep in a twin bed because she need the whole bed. But she was moving around, and because of the work I did yesterday, because I just had quite a bit of energy. I didn't even have any coffee yesterday. I don't know if it was what did I don't know what I did, but I sure felt a lot of energy yesterday. And so my favorite thing to do is the physical work, and I just like my ankle feeling pretty good. I'm just gonna go for it. So this ankle problem have been much longer than I was willing to admit. It actually has been some years, but it just got worse and worse. Okay, 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 time. Hopefully, hopefully I will be wrapping it up within the next, I hope, 30 minutes or so. I really do, because I want to take a nap before I go outside. But it is my day off, and I can nap. And I love naps like through the day, like when you could just take a few minutes, and especially if it started raining and it looks kind of gray out there. Those are the best naps ever. So okay, so I don't really have other than Bessemer. See, and they did say that they lived in Bessemer. I think this is gonna be her. Someone in your tree, birth date, and everything is there. So this is definitely like going out on a limb and just like going for it. Like just try it. See if it works. If it don't work, all right. Delete the person. Put something there for people to challenge. And that might bring more hints or or some trees or something. No trees yet. These marriage records don't tell nothing. Like, look, You won't even. They won't tell who. What good is this if you don't tell who they married to? Unless somebody knows something. If somebody knows something, please tell me. Please let a sister know. Let her know. So this is like what, one, two, three, four. But this one has an M, or maybe that's birth of May. And maybe this file number links to the male who she married. But like other than that, that's crazy. I mean, it is. It just don't make sense to me. So I'm ignoring that. I'm just not gonna do anything. Yes, no, or maybe. So this was because of Very. This is because of many Very that no more hints on her. I am inclined to think that this might be her though. Yeah, Bessemer, last resident. So I guess they moved to Bessemer. Her it says her maiden name Very. She had one sister Juanita. Look at that. I get to put in a Juanita. But thank you for that. And that was 6 years ago he put that. So when he said she had one sister, did that mean she didn't have no brothers? Or I mean, did he mean literally she only had one sister like that? Okay. So anyway, let's just get it. Let's get it. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna add Juanita. She had one sister. Okay, so I'm gonna give her a father. He's unknown. So I'm just gonna put father of, because you cannot add a sibling. Watch this. I can't add a sibling. Add family. Son, daughter, mother, father, spouse. You cannot add a sibling until you have a parent, one parent or another. Five of many, many L. Same. Now I can add Juanita. See? I mean, this is Juanita. So if she was born at 24, let's give Juanita 1926. And let's just put Alabama. That could be the break. As a matter of fact, let's put Sumter. It's not S. It's not a P. It's Sumter. And let's just put Brewersville. I'm putting Brewersville because was that supposed to be, was it the Brooks? It's the Brooks that's in Brewersville. Now the Varys, I found the Varys in another part of Alabama, but I think that's close enough. So let's look for Juanita now. Because Juanita is not. the most common name, right? Not the most. It's not like Mary or Susan. Okay, so still it does say this one was born in Bessemer. So maybe they were born in Bessemer. I don't know how close it is yet. I know y'all sick of me saying that. But look at here. We have a father here. I think this is them. Say Juanita, who I believe became a Shears by marriage. Walter. So I can change this to Walter. See that break? And Lula Very Williams. Okay, so what else can you give us now that we have Juanita and we have a parent Walter who has a daughter named Juanita and a daughter named Minnie? What can we get? Well, we got some hints. I only say Lula for Juanita. I'll fix that later. Right now, I'm just gonna try to see what else we could get. Okay, here they are in the directory. Let's go ahead and look at this newspaper obituary. What in the world? That's transcribed crazy, unless it really looks like that. William Very something. William. So that's not what that said. William Very. That's not what that said. Van. William Van. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not our guy. Okay, that was quick, Ty. So now to that. And then, but this I say yes to. So even just looking at this brings suggested records. This is probably Juanita. Yeah, that's a record we already have. Y'all late. So looks like the only thing we are getting is this, but dang, they don't have number of them. So someone in my tree. So if he there in 1926, he should be there in 1930. So this is going to go to Walter Varing. I don't remember if Lula was selective. Yeah, she there. She's selectable. So they live in Bessemer. What hint? That's Social Security? No. This I can ignore. I know, that's not. All right. So if I could tie the berries to the Brooks, who are all together in, where are they? They are in Brewersville, I think. Brewersville. I think when I find them all, the varies all together there in Brewersville. So now, what I'm doing now is, and then I'm gonna end it on that. What I'm doing now is I'm going back to a tree search for Joe. Joe um, Brooks, because I found Robert Young in the house next to him in 1880. But in 1870, and the reason why I know is why I imagine it's the same books is because Richard, Lucy, and Connie. See, he's also naming his son Richard, and he also has a sibling Richard. Oh no, um, Emma. So unless he's Emma's brother, like I say, like he could be the son of Joseph, or he could be the son of Ransom. But Ransom does have a Richard in his house, and and he has a son named Richard. Like, is he naming Richard after his brother? Is Emma naming Richard after her brother, or is that Richard in the household, Emma's son Richard? But where are they getting the name Richard from? That two of them would have it if they're related, even related to each other. That's the thing, if they're related. But the reason that I know the 1870 is the same person is because of Maria, Richard, Lucy, and I think, yeah, and Connie. In 1880 they're in the house, and in 1870 they're in the house. So when I view 1880, oh, it's actually 1880. It's actually the 1880, the 1870 that I see Joe in Brewersville, and see Maria, Richard, Lucy, and Connie. They the right age, and it's the right time. I think he would be, if anything, Emma's brother. Like, if Emma is a Brooks, she's the same age area as him, in their 30s. In the 30s. So, I mean, did he move to Brewersville? Well, no, that would mean he was in Brewersville at the age of 22, which, that's not impossible. I don't want to view the image because I want to try to just show the varies. I want to look at the varies from this point of view because I need to save them. All right, so here are the varies. And this is why I think that, see, here's Robert Young, the young girls, the father of the young girls, I believe. Emma is like one, she is in Alabama Perry, Marion 078. She is like the next township, I would guess, over, or near, just really nearby. And here in 1880, Joe, if he has this son Richard and a daughter Emma, is because he would be naming them after his brother and his sister, probably. And here is the varies right here. Richard Vary. And look at that. He's a Richard too. He's 46 years old. Maybe that's where the name Richard is coming from. But this is varies. I don't see no other varies. So Richard, Mandy, Andrew, Lucy, Clara, and Ross. So I'm saving them, and I'm hoping that Minnie ties into this family. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, we got matches. They all in the same place. So I'll go view others on the page. That's I'm gonna save him. And there's a U.S. selected records. Let me mute myself so I could yell at one of my animals. What page? The Brewster. Hold on, let me tell you. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Okay, so that page is. Oh, okay. Let me Richard. Oh, he's a new person in the tree. I'm putting hack because I know someone asked a question about if Robert Young was the Robert Hack Young, and it just helps. So now let's see, where are they in Brewersville? They in Brewersville in 80, right? No, it's 1870. So hold on, give me a second. Let me just add his family. I think that says Mandy. I think it was Clara instead of Clara, but it's okay. Andrew. Because they don't know where Minnie is. They don't have a census report for her. They saying born in Brewster. Well, Juanita did. It did say birth was Besma. Okay, so now back to the Brooks, to Joe Brooks, who I found in 1870. You think? Okay, so in 1870, I'll probably go back and check that. Okay, so this is the non-population schedule for Richard Very. Oh boy. Oh, I got coffee now. I try to stop drinking coffee. I like the taste of coffee. So this is one of those schedules. They call it a. I forgot what they call it, but it's like, for. So Richard is on here. He has 60 acres tilled out of Perry. So the thing you can look at for here, if this was like for me, a direct family, I would be looking at these a little closer. But what I will look at here is look at there go Robert Young. See, Richard Very and Robert Young. It's 1880. That they are that this follows that this is the layout. This is where people are physically. Because if you notice, it's a Brooks in between, but it's okay on 1880. So on 1880, I don't have them in Brewer, but 1870, Joe is in Brewer. And then we have a Brooks from Ranson's household. Was it Ranson's household? So I'm gonna say yes to this. I want this record, and I also want to be. I can't go in and get it for Robert Young, but it should be a hint for him. So they call that beat one, opposed to wherever they said it was. So that's the same area being called something else, unless they living in the area and farming another area. But I don't think so. I think they living on these farms. So I should have took a snapshot. It's okay. Let me see. Let me go back. Right. So Marion Perry and Beat One Perry are probably the same. I'm just take a snapshot. I don't even know if y'all can see that, but all right. So okay, so I got that. I see Robert Young on there. Just kind of getting out of it. And I want to, let me see where I'm at right here. Bertha May, who married the Amerson. DNA match. I want to see about Juanita again. So in this one tree, we do have Walter and Bertha. This is the Simpsons. And it's Minnie who has a sister. That's how I came to Walter. So I'm going to just exit. I'm going to go back into my tree. Just back clicking him. I'm back in my tree. And I'm go to tree search. And go to Juanita. Because who is these people? Richard and Mandy. Oh, those are the varies that I'm trying to see if Minnie is attached to. So that I didn't do. I need to add that in. Edit. Quick edit. That's secondary. Now to is Minnie and Juanita very attached to this family? Question mark. Save. All right. So I just was going to go back one more time to Juanita, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Minnie, right. It's Minnie and Juanita. Minnie and Juanita. And Minnie's daughter, was it Minnie's daughter? or Richard's daughter. That Bertha May. Minnie's daughter Bertha May married Amerson. I haven't found yet which Amerson. I see a marriage record, but not who the husband is on the record. What Amerson it is. Okay, so I'm looking for tree search for Juanita. Juanita is kind of a popular name because look how many I have. So Juanita. Well, why don't I have Juanita? Juanita Very. I didn't see her on that list. No hints. If she was born in 26, there are two possible sources I should be able to pull up for her on the census. So here's the Alabama marriage. They messing up the last name. All right, so marriage for her. Dang, they really can't find nothing else on Juanita. I really could take this probably, but well, at least I did get the name Walter. So let me see. So 26. If I give Walter to edit, what if I give him a birth year of 1606? What if I give him 1906? Oops, not in the suffix box. Okay, I'm obviously getting sleepy. 19. Hmm. 1906. What's you sleep talking? These my AirPods. No, you didn't have them on the bed, did you? 1906. Tab. Tab. I thought I saw something where she was born in Bessemer. I'm just put it Bessemer. You know what? What I'm gonna wrap it up with, I'm actually gonna look. Now let's see if that helps. There's a Walter Berry in Bessemer. So that's it. I mean, I could take that, but I'm not gonna put that. What I want to do instead is I want to show. Let me just see. Oh. So Carden and so then these are the brothers. Let's do a DNA match. Let's just do a share match on John Simpson. There's a Williams. Hodges and Higgins. A couple of people with trees. So they only have one person in their tree, but that one person did bring a higher match. Crosby, Martin, Bush, Williams. Yeah, this is a very, very hard match to create. But look, oh yeah, we were here before. So this is a match. In this match, I'm looking at the bushes here, but look at the Brooks. You know, just because the last name is Bush and they match in a way that you want to think it's the Bush, what if it's the Brooks? Let's see where the Brooks come from. They are in Mississippi. Let's just give a look and see where in Mississippi. See if you don't put here the birth, place, or at least something off of the birthplace. No, until you open the records, you don't know. They're already in St. Louis by 1910. So where's his father? Say he was born in Mississippi. So he was born. A lot of times when you see born in Missouri, if you look at the census, you'll see it actually would say Mississippi, but not sure if that is going to be this one. I noticed that though. Let's just look and see. Oh, it actually says Missouri. Yeah, it says Missouri. So I don't know. I don't think that's our Brooks. I think she matches because of the bushes. Let's see. To viewing tree. I forget where her bush line comes in at. It comes in because Gwendolyn, the daughter of Wendell's son, Gwendolyn, it's because she marries a Bush. And I do think that I got so far on Walter Bush to know that he is not belonging to a Zell. As far as I can see, he's not belonging to a Zell. There's no reason to think that. Like the only source, she doesn't have any source to support that. Let me see. So when I look at him and view him in the tree, how far did I get on him? Oh, I got to an Emma and a Ben Bush based on what stores. And where's Emma? On 1860. And I'll end on that and and go look at where's Bessemer, and then that's it. Oh, okay, Okitaba, which I do see. It must be in the area. So this is where we're gonna do this mapping at. Where is Okitaba? If I'm saying it right, Okitaba. Let's see. No, that's very. I'm gonna exit some of this. Emma Okitaba. Okitaba. I have to say it like that to remember. Okitaba. Okay, where is that? And once I get there, where is that to Bessemer? Yeah, yeah, to Bessemer. Okay, so driving in the car is 2 hours this difference. So I do this, and then I'll be looking to see if I see Bessemer, to see if I see Brewster and any of the other parts of Alabama. So from here, I'm going to go start zeroing in. So from Bessemer, it's just like it's dipping, but it's almost a straight line. And so let's see, I'm gonna enlarge. I can exit this because I don't need this. I just need to know where places are. It says automatically delete your location history. Set an expiration date for your data. Uh, I don't want to do that right now. So did I just lose? Why did I have to lose that? Bessemer was right here. So anyway, this is Birmingham, Alabama. Peace and love. Stay safe. Okay. Peace and love, Ty. Thanks for chiming in, Ty. Maybe we'll do some more work a couple of days. I hope you've been doing some stuff too. Looking over some stuff. All right. So I don't know what happened to my line, but I'm press the back key. All right. Now, just gonna enlarge it. Pull this over like this. I want to exit so I can see. Okay, so I know I was right here by Starkville, and it went like up here, somewhere like that. Let me see. Okay, it's right down from Birmingham. Okay, so I'm like right by Starkville. Okay, so now exit this. So here's Bessemer here, Starkville here. So between Okataba and here's Bessemer, and so then there's Vance. That's where my family right here. Okay, which I would imagine Coahoma is close to, and Knoxville. Where would be Knoxville? Where's Knoxville? Bessemer. Where's Jackson? Okay. So let's go with where they originally. Let's go with Brewersville. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm looking forward. Where's Brewersville? Oh, Brewersville is quite a ways away. But I don't know if that's, I don't know. Let me make sure. Brewersville was, Brewersville was Joe. That's okay, Mr. Arthur Gray. He got here late. I know, right? I was just talking about afternoon naps and how it's so worth it to me sometimes to just fight through the sleep I might be feeling right now because it looks like a kind of great day out there. If it rains later, I am going to be I'm setting myself up for a nap today. I want a daytime nap. So I need to type in Brewersville Sumter on here. Brewersville Sumter. I'm just doing some mapping now that I keep putting off. Sumter. That should be much closer, I think. Is it? So, I mean, so that's what they saying. They saying this is it. So maybe it's because it got smaller, but Brewersville seemed like a long way away from. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's because the map got so much bigger. That might be what it is. So let's see. Let me go out again. Oh yeah, that's all it is. Because so where is it? I thought it would be like a thing on it. This is just not a nice map to be looking at. So what it did is okay. So this is Brewersville. I gotta keep it in my mind. So it's right here by between 22 and is that 28? It's between I'm trying to do this without readers. Like y'all have to know by now. I'm a little bit, a little bit on the. All right. So all I gotta keep my eye on is this little triangle here. Yeah, this little point here, and that'll really kind of help me stick with how close it is. So here, because I'm just trying to see how far it is from Bessemer. Here's where I'm at, and Bessemer should be. I can't even see where I was now, but I think up in here somewhere. And here's Bessemer. And here's Starkville, which is where the other place was. So I guess, nothing is really too far. All right. So with that, I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and Arthur, I've been on for a little while now. I think it's probably been about 3 hours. So I am gonna go ahead and log off now. But I will probably be back later. I'm off work today, and I only have a couple of things that I absolutely must do, and then I'm gonna be trying to stay off of my feet today, and meaning that if I'm going to be sitting, I'm going to be doing ancestry. So I will probably be back on afternoon, um, unless I take a short nap now and get a burst of energy. So, but I'm going to keep working publicly for a little while. So, with that, I am going to say peace and love to everyone that's still here with me. Thank you all for joining me. And I will look forward to seeing you all next time. All right. So, peace and love, y'all.